Hello students, this is Pradeep sir here again to teach you class 10 mathematics chapter polynomial. In the previous section we have learned how to find the zeros and then establish a relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial. So we have solved two problems there. Let me show you one more problem which is also very important. See this one. This is actually number 5. This is exercise 2.2. This is question number 1, Roman 5. It is given that the polynomial is t square minus 15. We have to find the zeros and we have to establish the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So first of all, we have to factorize this and then find the zeros. So t square can be written as t whole square and this 15 will be written as root over 15 whole square. So it is in the form of a square minus b square. We all know that a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. So here also it will be written as t plus root 15 and t minus root over 15. So we have got two factors here, t plus root 15 and t minus root 15. Either t plus root 15 equals to 0, which implies t equals to minus root over 15, or t minus root over 15 equals to 0, which implies t equals to root over 15. So in this way we have got two zeros, one is minus root over 15, one is plus root over 15. So let me take these as alpha and beta. Let alpha is equals to minus root over 15 and beta is equals to plus root over 15. So as you know, we have to find these are the zeros. We have to find the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros. So let us see what is that. So sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta, minus root over 15 plus root over 15, so that is 0, and alpha into beta, that is product of the zeros, minus root over 15 into plus root over 15. So this root over will be cancelled, it will become 15 and sign is minus sign here, so it will become minus 15. Thus we have got the value of sum of zeros and product of the zeros. Now let us verify the relationship. So if we compare this polynomial with the general form of the polynomial, so the general form will be a t square plus bt plus c. So here the coefficient of t square is a, coefficient of t is b, and the constant term is c. So what is minus b upon a? That is minus of coefficient of t by coefficient of t square. So if we compare here, first let me write down the values of a, b and c. So a here is 1, coefficient of t square is 1, b is 0 because coefficient of t is not there, so b equals to 0, and the constant term is minus 15, so c is minus 15. Minus b by a, that is minus of coefficient of t by coefficient of t square. So minus b by a means minus of 0 by 1, so that is 0, and c by a, that is constant term by coefficient of t square, constant term is minus 15 and coefficient of t square is 1, so this is minus 15. Now see this one, the sum of the zeros is 0 and minus b by a is also 0. Similarly, the product of the zeros is minus 15 and c by a is also minus 15. Therefore we can say that alpha plus beta is equals to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is equals to c upon a. This is the relation which is verified, or in other words we can say that the sum of the zeros equals to minus coefficient of t square, t by coefficient of t square, and product of the zeros is equals to constant term by coefficient of t square. This is verified. So this is another example. So many sums are also there. I am going to do a different type now. We have already learned that if a polynomial is given to us, we can find the zeros and then verify the relationship. Now here the zeros will be given, we have to find the polynomial. So see how to find the polynomial with given zeros. If zeros are given there, then take any variable. I have taken x, you can take y, z, t, whatever it is. So the formula, actually it is the formula to find the polynomial. So x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Means if the zeros are given, then find their sum, find their product, and put the values in this equation. You will get 1. In this polynomial you will get a polynomial of the required type. So let me give one example. Let me give you one example. Suppose the zeros are 1 and 2. So what will be the polynomial with these given zeros? First of all, we have to find the sum. Sum equals to 1 plus 2, that is 3, and product equals to 1 multiplied by 2, so that is 2. Now put the sum here and the product here. So what will be the polynomial? It will be x square minus sum of the zeros is 3, so 3x, plus product of the zeros is 2, so 2. So that is equals to x square minus 3x plus 2. So this is the required polynomial. It's too simple. Find the sum of the given zeros, find their product, and then put it in the formula. We will get the required polynomial. So this is the required polynomial. So let me give you one more example. It is also very important. Two zeros are given as 2 plus minus root 3. These are the two zeros. We have to find the polynomial. So it is quite clear that one of the zero is 2 plus root 3 and another is 2 minus root 3. So zeros are 2 plus root over 3 and 2 minus root over 3. So first step we have to do to find their sum. So sum equals to 2 plus root over 3 plus 2 minus root over 3. That means 2 plus root over 3 plus 2 minus root over 3. This root over 3 will get cancelled. So we will get 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And product of zeros, product equals to 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. So this is in the form a plus b into a minus b. So that is a square minus b square. So 2 square minus root 3 square, that is 4 minus 3. So it is 1. Therefore we have got the sum as 4 and the product as 1. So what is the polynomial? The polynomial will be I can take x square, I can take y square. Here I am taking y. So y square minus sum of the zeros into y. The sum of the zeros is 4 into y plus product of the zeros. The product of the zeros is 1. Or we can say y square minus 4y plus 1 is the required polynomial. Required polynomial. So in this way, if the polynomial is given to you, we can find the zeros, and if the zeros are given to us, then we can easily find the polynomial by using this formula. Hope you have understood. It is very easy. Yes, it is very easy. So again, the same thing I have to say. Go for practicing. Select some more sums from your textbook, NCERT, or any other reference book if you want, and try to do the sums as I have done here. So that's all for today. Bye. See you in the next class.